Welcome back to Sabacc Chat. Today we are reviewing The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1.
Sure seemed like
Or
that.
is this Book of Boba Fett, Episode 5?
And tonight...
You be the judge.
Yes. And tonight we have Keshian spiced milk. Cookie made it because he can never eat his Keshian spiced rolls. So, he's like, well, gotta have it somehow.
I think that's the best drink we've ever had.
I think so. That's better than I thought it would be. I was a little afraid of this one.
Got a lot of cinnamon.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah,
It's really good.
Okay.
Okay. So we start off in the meat packing plant. Such a weird location.
Yes.
I mean, the meat has to get packed somehow. Might as well have Klatooinians do it. I don't know.
Is that what that species is called?
Interestingly enough, the last time we've seen a Klatooinian on the live action screen was in The Mandalorian. I'll call in The Mandalorian, and he was the leader of the gang that took over the ATST, repurposed it, and took over was trying to attack the village. That was the last time we've seen a Klatooinian. So.
Okay. Have we seen them in animation before?
Oh yeah, they're always just
I really don't
the
remember.
random thug people.
Okay.
And
I mean, that's how Nictos are, but
yeah, I mean they're thrown in the category of random thug people.
I'm gonna stay.
I'm also gonna stay.
Ooh. Let the games begin.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried. So Mando goes in there. He's got his tracker, finds the boss dude, and we get to see a nice, sweet table full of credits, which I always enjoy. Show me more credits. I could have used some better zoom-ins, though.
Yes.
But...
They did show the table fairly often, though.
Yeah.
Especially that last scene.
Yeah, with the slice in half, yeah. It was cool to see Mando, we've always seen him be a good guy, and it was nice to see him as a true bounty hunter where he's just I don't know, I just bounty hunt. Oh, I'm just gonna murder all you guys, you know? I appreciated that.
Yes, but I felt like you could tell that his whole heart wasn't into it. I mean, especially with how he fumbled with the darksaber. I loved how it showed how inept he was with it. He sliced his own leg open with it.
No shift.
It was, I really enjoyed that part, that it showed he's not okay with himself doing that.
Well, and he just has no idea what he's doing with the darksaber. It's pretty risky to bet it a bunch because if we both have good hands...
You could be waiting for a shift, right?
It's true. I'll call. So... Mando makes it out alive. All the butcher people don't attack him.
That was interesting to see that. What were those animals that they were processing?
I don't know. So in the artwork at the end, it the artwork just showed a bunch of fat cow heads, pretty much. Just big cow heads. They didn't look like necessarily banthas.
I was kind of expecting them to be nerfs, but
they could be nerfs.
From what we know of nerfs,
they could also be moofs.
Oh yes.
That was my other thought.
Okay, I can see that.
I don't know.
I can see that.
But they weren't banthas, from what I could tell.
And then after we get the awkward elevator scene.
Yep.
Everyone knows elevators are awkward anyway.
There's a
Might as well carry a head
Mandalorian.
with you, right?
I know, and he's got a head with him. Super awkward. Turns in the bounty. He doesn't even really care about the money. He's mostly just there for the information of...
Yeah, that was interesting. Where are you in such a hurry? What are you doing?
Yeah. And he's just trying to reconnect with his with his group of Mandalorians. Which...
Stay.
Yeah. I'm like really worried. If I take another
I'm
card...
worried too.
If I take another card, I know I'm going to go over.
Oh, man. Should I just call Alderaan right there?
I'm going to stay.
Okay.
No shift. So he gets his information that they're at some like heat vent near Kalzak Alley. You see the markings. Right when I saw that first marking, I was like, he's gonna go see the Mandalorians. That's what he's looking for. Totally called it.
I didn't get it to the third
Totally
marking,
knew.
which
Yeah.
is obviously the Mythosaur.
Yeah, the third one was like, okay, obviously Mythosaur, so I'll call.
I'll do Alderaan.
Okay. I'm gonna stay. What have you got?
21.
Oh, I've got 20.
Cool! Sweet.
2 good hands.
Both of us, right at the beginning.
Out of curiosity, if I would have grabbed one. Ooh, -15. I mean, I still would have lost though.
But you wouldn't have bummed out.
That was good. Good win. What?
Real quick.
Yeah.
When he goes down there to see the armor, right when I see that it's her, I'm like, is he gonna go confess to her?
Oh yeah.
Is he gonna confess? Like, because they're not supposed to remove their helmets, and he did it twice in season 2. So, and then he didn't until when he was forced to.
Yep.
I love the armor, by the way. She may be this cult leader that's crazy fanatic, but she's still cool.
So we see Paz and the armor. So Paz said that there were 3 of them.
I think that was including Mando.
I agree. I thought it was including Mando. So apparently that's all that's left. There was quite a few before, so now they're starting to rebuild.
At least Paz survived. We thought it was just the armorer before.
Yeah. So many cool things. Like, I feel like from this point forward, it was just like, bam, 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 bam. Just cool thing after cool thing. First thing, great Purge. We hear the retelling of the Darksaber story from the Mandalorian perspective.
Finally get to hear it. Finally.
I mean, everyone's already known it from the other, from like the Clone Wars and Rebels and everything that it's been, but I will trade. Okay. But it was so cool to see some snippets from the Great Purge with like 1 million TIE bombers just
I was sad.
Carpet bombing
but
the
I
entire
can see
planet.
why they called it, like in Mando, was it season 2 where they called it, they called it that they turned the planet to glass. And after seeing that, I can see why they would say that.
Yep. I agree.
No shift. So that raises the question, after we hear the legend...
Is that 20?
20. Just do 50.
Okay. I'll call.
After hearing that, the story from the armor, I'm like, if Sabine would have kept the Darksaber, would that have spared Mandalore?
Well, I mean, if you believe the myth.
According to the armor, if she would have kept it.
If you believe the myth.
Because she was capable.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, obviously a mistake.
Yep.
And Bo recognizes that now.
I'm going to add one. Yeah, we don't know. We also hear the legend of Bo-Katan Kryze, which is fun to hear, like, her perspective of Bo-Katan. Like, yeah, she thought she was amazing. She was dumb. The only thing she did was bring the curse upon her, kind of a thing.
But she still wants that position. Because she wanted to fight Moff Gideon very badly to be able to get that saber. Yeah,
because she wanted, I guess, to do it the right way, or at least when she done it the first time, like, she's maybe slightly superstitious now. Because she's like, maybe I should just do it the right way, just to make sure, just to cover my bases.
I think she's completely superstitious now.
I think if she was...
If your whole planet was destroyed...
You can't say that, though. If she was completely superstitious, she would not remove her helmet then. So you can't say she's completely superstitious, because she's not.
This is the way.
That's not the way. She specifically made fun of Din Djarin because she's like, this is not the way.
I want to hear more.
The only time she said this is the way was to mock Din. That was the only time she ever said that.
That was the best, by the way.
It was hilarious.
It was the best.
Did dice?
I did. No shift.
Okay.
You bet.
That 100.
Ooh. Go big. Okay.
I'm gonna call Alderaan.
Ooh.
I think you're not gonna get lucky. Yeah, yes.
Oh, I don't bomb out.
Well, okay, I got 17.
Yeah.
Not an amazing hand, but
I don't have
sweet.
better than that. It's bad.
But you got.
Do math.
I'm not gonna math.
8. 11 minus 8. 3.
3, yeah. 3 doesn't quite beat me.
I didn't bomb out though.
I'm glad you threw in 100 credits though.
You're welcome.
So we learn about that Bestcar is specifically now. We've never heard anything like this, but we know now it's not supposed to be used for weapons.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I like that.
That was a cool thing to learn because we've never seen Bestcar weapons before except for the spear. And it would make sense, why not have a Bestcar weapon if it's so good against lightsabers and such? But now we know why. It's like a mockery to the Mandalorians. And so, what does she make out of it? Baby Yoda chainmail.
I wanted to see it so badly.
I know.
Just a little suit.
Yeah.
Right, that's what it is. What else would it be?
100% Baby Yoda chainmail. Yeah, 100%.
And leading up to this, she's just like, why would you want to make it for the being who is now going to be trained as a Jedi? Because that's opposite of Mandalorian. And it's like, wait, is he going to be the next Mando Jedi that we have? Do we know of any Mando Jedi besides Tar?
No, I don't know.
He's the only Mando Jedi that we know of, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
So Grogu could be the Mandalorian Jedi? I don't know.
That would be so
That would be cool.
Awesome. That would be awesome.
It was also interesting after that when Din is practicing with the darksaber against the armorer. He's struggling with the weight so much, and then she's making all these comments well, you're fighting against the blade. You're fighting the blade and not your opponent. And it makes me remember back to different lightsaber fights over the history of Star Wars, where it sometimes seems like they're holding a really heavy weapon, and you're like, it's just light. Why should it be? But there's something more to the lightsaber, besides
you have to have
a little chunk of metal and a light beam. Yeah, there's something. I don't know. Maybe you call it some force. I don't know. There's something behind it that makes it have maybe some extra weight, or why? Because the other thing people always wonder is well, if lightsabers are so amazing, why doesn't everybody use them? And it's well,
that makes
maybe
a lot of
there's
sense
a
now.
reason.
Yeah.
Because most people who just pick it up just end up chopping their leg or whatever, you know?
Just like Din.
So
Just like Din.
I blinded, so.
I blinded.
Did you blind?
I blinded.
Okay, never mind. I always forget. I'm the dealer. You're not.
I'm gonna trade.
So yeah, that was awesome to see the weight of the lightsaber. Okay, I'm going to add one. Okay.
Sabine had mentioned how heavy it was too.
And how awkward it was.
Yeah, and then as she was training with Kanan, she specifically mentioned how it got lighter as she was working through her own devils. So I'm like, oh yes, Din, please. It started off with you having this conflict as being a bounty hunter and yet trying to be a better person.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's specifically now his conflict of I know I'm not a Mandalorian. I'm a cheater Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, I can totally see that being an issue.
So I wonder if he goes to bathe in the water or whatever beneath the mines, if he's able to wield the lightsaber, the dark saber after that. Or we'll find out. I will trade.
Do you think that's gonna be season 3, Mando? Is him going to the living waters under the mines of Mandalore?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I can see that being at least part of season 3. Because he's going to do it. He feels so guilty.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gotta be. I think that's season 3. Roll.
Am I betting?
You're rolling.
Oh, I'm rolling.
No shit.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
200. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'll stay.
I just want you to know, there's literally no way you can beat me.
You sure?
Alderaan.
You don't have an idiot's race, so there's gotta be a way that you're beaten. You cannot. No.
I literally have an idiot's array. You can't beat me.
That's false.
No, it's true. You have.
No, you're Alderaan.
Yeah, are you gonna stay? You're good.
It's my turn first.
0, 2.
Does negative
3.
count?
I don't know. I'm counting it. How?
No, negative doesn't count.
I don't know. We'll research it and we'll figure it out. We'll post what we figure out.
What do you think?
I think that's pretty good. I drew all 3 of these cards. I think I deserve it. Idiot's Array.
I'll give it to you.
You know how absurdly lucky that is?
I don't know.
I agree. I agree that I don't know either.
I'll give it to you.
But when I had the 0, I drew the 0, and then I drew the 3, and I was like, I guess gotta go for it. And then I drew the -2, and then I was just like, how is this even possible?
Well, I had 21. Still a good hand.
Still a good hand. Yeah, I don't know if it counts.
Like, the -2 is in the Fairy Empress hand. Like, I don't think...
It's a 2? A 2 is a 2? I don't know. I agree that I don't know. But...
You've got...
But it was ridiculously lucky regardless.
Yes.
So I think I deserve it.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Okay, on to more Mandalorian. I mean Boba Fett. We see an energy shield.
I know.
Which was awesome. Yeah.
You didn't see that since the Clone Wars.
So Paz.
You tried to build that forever ago.
Yeah, and I'm gonna build it for sure now.
Because you wanted to do pre-Vizsla.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna make a pre-Vizsla costume so I can wield the darksaber. But Paz has the energy shield. I mean, we could tell, like you could tell instantly, like right when they're like, "Oh, the darksaber's from Vizsla." He's just like, You know, it's just like, okay, when is he going to? When is he gonna try and win it? They have the duel. Din's amazing. And totally slices him up, and it just seemed like whoever wielded the darksaber had a disadvantage.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Because no one knew how to use it.
It was heavy enough for Din, but then when Paz grabbed it, it almost seemed heavier for him. So he's got his own issues he's got to work through, apparently.
Maybe he's got his conflict or something. Okay, I'm going to trade.
Trade as well.
So after the fight, Armor's like, have you taken off your helmets? Yes.
And Din's just like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
He's like, the cat's out of the bag now. The Loth cat's out of the bag now. And so then he heads to... I find it interesting that his first stop is Tatooine. So he's just like, I need to go to the mines.
I'm just going to fold.
Oh, okay. What? You had better than I did.
I don't think I did.
Yeah. I had -8, and you had 13. You totally beat me. Well,
okay.
I mean, you beat yourself, actually, but I guess I'm dealer now?
I guess I did.
I don't mind. So he gets...
I'm dealer now.
Oh, I just stole the dice from you.
Okay.
I think I'm the dealer. I don't know.
Okay.
We're talking too much enough. He goes to Tatooine. Specifically, so he needs to go to the mines to bathe and whatever. And then he's like, I need a ship. Goes to Pelimato, who said, I've got a Razor Crest replacement. And we get a broken down N1 Naboo Starfighter. So
All the Easter eggs
cool.
are just like overwhelming.
So many prequel Easter eggs. So cool. I was just like, right when she started to like unfurl it, was just like, yes. Such a cool spaceship design. And then they're souping it up.
I mean, it was like one of the only like pretty new ships. Naboo was the only place to have like pretty ships. Oh.
Oh wait, did I blind?
I paid the blind.
Okay. Okay.
You're the dealer. And then I am going to
Put my 15 down
grab what?
so you can see how amazing I am.
Your turn.
I'm gonna trade. Play the fishing game.
When they were building, it was really fun to see that. How
Did you trade? You saying? I can't remember.
I grabbed.
Okay. No shit.
Oh shit. When they were building, it was Mando was taking part of it. He was like he was bonding with it as he was building it.
Well, and first off, he was just like, and then all of a sudden, then he's like started getting into it. Oh, we forgot BD.
I wasn't
BD. I've been just barely replaying Jedi Fallen Order. Absolutely love the game. Love Cal. Love BD. And so right when I heard the little chirp of BD, I'm like, BD, it's BD.
And I'm like, is Cal gonna come around the corner?
No, yeah, definitely not. But BD, oh, so cool that BD's in Boba Fett and live action, and after like the Womp Rat sequence, he's like limping just like BD1 does in Fallen Order.
Does he limp like that?
Yeah. So
I haven't played it that far.
At the very beginning, BD has a scomp link where you can like hack into Imperial stuff, and he gets in a fight with I can't remember, one of the early game critters, and the scomp link's broken, and then later on you unlock a fix to the scomp link, so then you can start unlocking all the other things.
Okay.
And so at the beginning he's like limping, and then Cal bonds with him by repairing his leg, even though he can't repair the scomp link right away.
Okay.
So it's the exact same limping
That's
he
cute.
does, yeah, and it's
He's
this whole
so
bonding
cute.
moment. So yeah,
You need to
super
call.
fun. Did you put in 10?
Yes.
I will raise you to 50.
You're going crazy.
You usually always open
I
with 50.
usually always do. Correct.
So,
Correct.
well, obviously, you're low if you're deciding whether to trade or to just grab one. So,
Maybe.
she's low.
Maybe.
She's not hot. She's not very high.
Maybe.
I'm going to stay.
You're gonna stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got a 15. It's a pretty good card. No shift.
Okay. Okay.
Just to remind us all, the N1 Starfighter has shielding
And a hyperdrive.
and a hyperdrive with no docking ring. It has autopilot,
That's right. It does.
and then it has the two blasters, the two laser cannons, and then the one proton torpedo launcher in the middle. So this spaceship's like really good.
Well, especially with her.
I mean,
Remember she
you can
called it
take
the
down.
ejector bypass thing, where
Yeah, you can take down an entire droid, a droid like command ship, with just a few little proton torpedoes from it. So we know how good it is. And when you turn on your shields, you can just fly right through battle droids, which will help the Mando because he hates droids.
he doesn't anymore. We saw that.
Am I betting? Or you? No, you're betting.
Oh yes.
It's betting to you.
Yes.
What have you got? I'll put in 100.
A fold.
I shouldn't have gone so high. 23. Could have had the Sabacc pot.
Wow.
I had a 15 and then I drew an 8.
23. Man, you've been having some great hands. Okay, are Womp Rats usually that big?
I feel like feel like that's like a literal question that would come about in Star Wars. I don't know. I mean, Luke says, yes, they are. They gotta be. Because Luke says that shooting the exhaust port from the Death Star is like shooting Womp Rats at Beggar's Canyon back home. And he said, those aren't more than a meter.
Oh.
So
they really?
So they're big.
What?
Yeah. So they're that big, right?
So I can see why they were afraid of them. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And we saw more of Beggar's Canyon and all that good stuff.
Well, we'll get there. Jawas.
Furry.
Let's talk about how furry they are.
Furry.
Very furry. You don't even want to know how furry.
I dated a Jawa.
You don't even want to see into those robes. It's way too furry.
I think they're going to require that for Rebel Legion and 501st standards now. They have to now, right?
I don't know. Hilarious, though. Hilarious.
Furry.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you caught this, but one of the Jawas like talked to her, and like based on her response, she said, I'm just kind of taking care of myself right now. That's what she said to his question. And so it kind of sounded like he was like, hey, you want to go on a date or whatever, or something like that, And because she was like, no, I'm just taking care of myself right now, just. Yeah, so funny. There's my blind.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Okay, I have got an Easter egg for you. I don't know if you caught it. The cryogenic density combustion booster. You know what? Okay, first off, do you know what piece that is?
No.
That's the piece that Din wanted from...
Oh, yes, I know what piece he actually got.
Right when I saw it on there, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta double check this, but I know I've seen this before. Okay? We've seen it in a garbage pile before. Does that help you?
Was it what Luke was propping up in the garbage?
Yeah, in A New Hope. He's using the cryogenic density combustion booster to like prop up the
walls from coming in
from the compactor. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was so good. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's gotta be it. Yep. So now we know what that thing was.
This episode was great with
so many Easter eggs.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I was blown away that I was just like, oh my gosh, it can't be.
I'm gonna raise.
Oh wow, you're gonna raise right off. I mean, I think you're bluffing, but we'll see. Apparently, it's not that good.
I don't have to be perfect to be able to get it.
It's true. It's true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to go.
Sorry.
I think I'll add one. Okay.
No shift.
So they're fixing everything. Pelimato says, I've taken out the droid compartment and I've put a cute little Grogu dome instead. Yeah.
It's like,
right when I saw it, I was like, okay, Grogu's coming back.
I think she had him in mind, didn't she, when she was building that? Probably.
Yeah. So Grogu's got to come back, and he's going to pop his little head out there and be super cute, poke around. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Are we going to see this in Book of Boba Fett?
I don't know. I think that they'll just like... we're going to at least see Grogu. Because Mando's coming back to be muscle after he goes and visits Grogu. Mm-hmm. So one, he's got to know where Grogu is.
Yes.
Which means he knows where Luke Skywalker is.
Yes.
Which means we're going to know where Luke Skywalker is right now.
No.
Which is cool. Why not?
Because
we might know.
My idea, my thought of how this is going to work out, he's going to be gone next episode. And then he'll be back the next episode to say, hey, yep, I visited him back. And we'll be like, what?
Oh, yeah.
They're going to leave us. They're going to dangle it in front of us and not actually give it to us yet.
I could see that.
That's what they're going to do. Yeah. And then we're not. But that's what, yeah.
I could see that.
I'm going to stay.
Okay.
How has Peli never been off-world, and yet she's that great of a mechanic?
Tatooine is a junk pile. There's plenty of things to fix. I don't know.
No shift.
No shift.
You know what? I'm gonna do 300. You got the credits to spare.
Okay, take it.
Really?
Take it.
Okay.
What'd you have?
22.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad I had like, 20, 28.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, at least I got a little bit back.
300.
Okay. The next cutest thing that happened this episode, obviously she built the dome for Grogu. But Beatty's little happy dance when he gets that fix. Oh my gosh, that was so cute.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
It was also cool to see like this relationship and bonding between Mando and BD. Because at the end he's like, "Where does this panel go? Oh, thanks, little guy."
Yeah. Whereas at the beginning he was annoyed.
He's just like, "Come on, stop getting distracted. Just point it in one spot."
Blind.
Cool. Fly through Baker's Canyon. We get to see sections of the pod racing track, which is really awesome. We get to see a Womp Rat in Baker's Canyon. Awesome. I was almost right last episode when I said Dave Filoni would be back.
That is true.
He should have been back. I was totally right.
But instead...
It said there's some lieutenant.
No. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't remember... I'm talking about the older guy. I don't remember his name, but he's the...
I'm just saying, like, we have some young kid who's not Dave Filoni. I totally called Dave Filoni should have been there.
He should have. He
Yeah.
should have. That's okay. That's okay.
So many people came back. Mm-hmm. So many people came back.
Did you mention the armor?
I don't know. I think you cut me off on my list when I was going through
I probably
everybody
did.
who I thought, because you're like, no, all those people aren't coming back, and literally like all those people came back. Like, I don't know. I feel like we pretty much saw like most of the cast. I will add one.
No shift.
I've got such a bad hand. You can take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
like -7.
Okay.
I'll let you take it.
Yeah, you got 10
We can end the
credits.
episode right here. Any predictions?
I don't think we're
Are
gonna...
we actually gonna? Is he gonna go see Grogu, or are we just going to next episode Boba Fett and then Mando just comes back?
That's my call. They're just dangling it in front of us, saying, "Ooh, you get to see Baby Yoda again." Oh,
Yeah.
whoops! Never mind. You have to wait till Mando season 3.
I think that's probably accurate. And Mando season 3 will start up with him going to see Grogu, maybe, and then going on the quest to...
Maybe. I don't know
Quest
where
of
they're going to go
Forgiveness.
with it, but it was a great episode. I loved it. I've loved all of them, but this is definitely the best so far.
Which, I mean, it has Mando. I mean, it was a cheater episode. It was like...
Easter egg
Yeah, it's just
galore.
like, well, how can we make Boba Fett even better? Well, let's just put Mando back in and all the Mandalorian cast and make a Baby Yoda chainmail.
I know. I want to see that so badly.
But
Thanks, guys.
the real question is, what muscle are they going to hire if and when Mando goes? What other muscle?
Give us your guess.
See ya.